up? Welcome to the Retro Ranger wrap-up. I'm LT.
And, well, holla at your boy.
Man,
it's
you
me,
actually have
the BSG. That's right. Battlestar Galactica, a.k.a. Purveyor Petty, a.k.a. the Intergalactic Instigator. And we are here today to talk to you about Power Rangers. And we're going back in the time. So today is going to be the Retro Ranger wrap-up. You guys can watch them on Netflix, which is a great thing.
We are actually talking about 3 Turbo episodes today. We have the Song of Confusion, which is the first one that comes up, and it's one of the more entertaining episodes,
actually, it was well because that song, it's an earworm.
Yeah, and now I can't remember how it goes.
Confusion.
Can we have like question marks pop up?
Yeah,
what?
I don't know exactly how it goes. I forgot. I really didn't care. But many people apparently couldn't forget it on the episode. And at the moment when I was watching it, which was about
5 minutes ago,
probably not much, I was remembering and singing it like crazy. Now, unfortunately, I don't remember it at all.
And it's all for the best.
It is. It was a toe tapper.
Yeah, and we are 16 episodes into this new cast.
Woo! Yes.
And finally, I feel like I get to know Cassie a little bit better.
A little bit better.
It only took 16 episodes, and we actually only have 7 left in Turbo. But, better late than never, I guess.
Oh, boy. Buddy. I will say that this episode,
Blackwing is shaking his head at you, saying, this man actually got the shirt that has the words.
Yes, that's right. Don't be mad at me. This is a shirt that's actually pre-existing from like a different podcast network. But yeah, it has my phrase. So I had to make sure I wore it today. I wanted to do it. You guys haven't seen it. In fact, I think what I'll do is have one made for us. So it will be there for me. Just be a holla at your boy Battlestar Galactica shirt.
I like that.
What do you guys think about that? You guys like that? No?
Would you purchase that? If you don't want to purchase that, we have plenty of other shirts on our T Public store.
That is right.
We have a really awesome mashup for this month, including our favorite boy, Finster.
Oh my God! The Finster one is genius. It is one of the best ones.
So I was actually a little confused when I first saw the Finster design. It's kind of like the poster that it's based off was more of like a not the main poster that had like the scary dark writing.
Yeah.
It was like an alternate poster.
That's right. Right. Which it happens.
I still like that. I like that design a lot better than actual dark saw arm in the chain thing.
Oh,
but
jeez. Yeah, there it goes. Confusion.
Why did that just become ring around the rosy?
I don't know. Everything actually becomes ABC to me after a while.
Okay.
Like confusion. It's a song. Sing it all day long. It just anything works that way.
That is definitely how that song did not go on the show.
ABC, happy birthday, they're all the same. You're welcome if I ruined your life now. Now you figured that out, huh? But
I actually did like this episode.
I did.
We finally get to see a little bit more of Cassie since we initially got introduced her on the bus, and it's a little more than just having a crush on the Phantom Ranger. We get to know more about her. So she likes to play the guitar. She can actually sing. She has a friend named Vicky.
Which is interesting because the first time we ever saw her, we knew that she moved to Angel Grove to be able to start her band, blah, 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 yada. But
I'm going to cut
did
you
not
off.
Sing.
Larry Newbill, thank you so much for that super chat. I'm actually wearing your shirt right now, Daniel. He is
you are the man. Thank you. You are part of the Galactica squad. That's what I call it. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Love you so much.
Rude. What about my shirt?
Well, he's worn your shirt so many times. He's a teabagger.
That's true.
You know he is.
I know he is.
Who's not a teabagger, huh?
It's true.
Come on, guys. Yeah, see, even our producer raised his hand. I'm a teabagger.
It's true.
See, there you go. Yeah, but still, once again, the weird thing was that we've met her and she was supposed to be a singer, but when she sung, she was completely tone deaf. It was the worst thing ever. So now finally, here she is singing up a storm, and you're like, yeah. All right, this was good. And she could actually keep a note, and it was actually her.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, interesting. And more peripheral characters. I like that we have Vicky. We're trying to introduce more of the school
classmates into it. Vicky's hot,
I thought it was super cool. I love that. I don't know, this episode was fun. I like how these, Hey, we have another super chat from the Blur. We have Fist Bump.
Oh, the Fist Bump. Shout out to you. There you go. Oh, yeah, that's right. Where's Boom
Man, I like that one. Is that a pair?
It is the pair that that we've been seeing a bunch of times now. And it's like, thank you so much. We definitely appreciate it. And you just highlighted exactly what can happen here on Retro Ranger Wrap Up. You're able to go ahead and hit us with a super chat. With that super chat, we'll be able to see what's going on, and it will highlight what you said. Because as you see, the chat goes very fast. Sometimes hard for us to be able to pay attention to everything that's said.
Sometimes it's hard for us to pay attention, period.
It's very true.
So this will definitely get our attention. We'll definitely be able to read it, and we appreciate all of your support. Keeps the lights on, keeps the AC rolling over here, because this whole week was 95 degrees at the end of October. It has been terrible. This is the first day where it's overcast, and it is absolutely lovely.
Global warming? What are you talking about?
I don't know. 95 degrees in October? Cool.
Stupid.
But yeah, we digress. So we have Cassie, we have Vicky. This is super interesting. I like that they introduced some other musicians. But I thought the bagpipe guy was actually quite good. Like, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of bagpipes, but like it wasn't like the sitting on the whoopee cushion kind of. He was actually playing it. I
did love this how they kept giving
the
like
bongo
the
drums,
quick shot, the quick cuts and everything like that. It was like, oh, they're really going for it. Yeah, I was like, they're really going for it, and they're hitting those jokes right on time. It was good. It was different. You can see the show, that episode at least, was just kind of, they had a different feel for what they wanted to do, and they did achieve it.
The thing that I absolutely did not like, though, is when Bulk and Skull came up. Why is Skull not playing the piano? We already know that he is a musical genius. He is so exceptionally good. That is his soft spot. And I feel like to bring that up now would have been the perfect callback to that episode. It's one of my favorite episodes when we learned that Skull can play the piano and like he's really insecure about it. And to have Bulk like maybe like backing him up with something, like I don't know, turning the pages for him or like I thought that would have been super cute, and that would have like let the new Rangers know, because they don't know that, Skull can play the piano. It was like kind of like blow Cassie out of the water, I feel like.
It would have been a great thing. But remember, it's just Bulk and Skull, and they have to somehow be inept so that everyone else can look better. It's so unfortunate.
Such a missed opportunity for a wonderful callback.
It would have been amazing, but we had to make them look bad so that this way we can see the whatever in the Queasers or the Crashers, whatever the evil name is. Larry Newbill did hit us with a super chat.
Thank you so much, Larry Newbill.
And he says, I'm on both of your squad, so the Battlestar T Blactica.
Oh, I like that. Yeah? That should be our thing, because we're on shows together.
I love that. I love it. Boom, we're on it. I love that. Battlestar T Blactica. I love it. I'm in it. Yeah. Oh my god, no, we can just be called Black Tea.
Oh, I like that too.
We did it. We are Black Tea.
That is our nickname. That is our full name. Larry came up with a long name for our nickname.
There you go.
Black Tea.
We are Black Tea. I love it.
I love it.
Because I wanted to put tea first, but then I was like, oh, but there is such a thing as black tea, so I just
hey, it works. It works. I like that.
I love it.
And you were talking about what was it? Crash and the Creeps.
Yes.
And okay, so they come in, right, and they are wearing very distinct colors like pink, green, blue, and yellow, and I'm just like,
heavy-handed. I already know what's going on.
I thought they were gonna replace the new Rangers. I thought like maybe like this new band and like the next, I already know the next season is Space, but like putting that aside, I'd be like, man, if we're gonna have a musical number, they're wearing all of this stuff, and we only have 7 episodes left after these 3 that we're doing today. Maybe this will introduce the new transition. And they start off as like as 90 like punk rockers, and it's just or like alternative rock. And I was like, man, if we could have like a whole musical season like we were doing with Cars, why not do instruments? And I'm like, I'm kind of down for that. I like that like kind of grunge, like almost 80s glam influence look.
Yo, that's actually not bad. I wouldn't have thought about that.
Yeah, and I thought it was super fun. But of course, every time there's like an opposing even number of Rangers, they're just gonna be evil. But I was confused with that too.
Once I saw them, I was like, okay, like I said, immediately, these are the bad guys. That's what's going to happen. And there's one for every Ranger, but that's what I was like, oh, Rangers don't really do well when there's one villain for each one. That's where it's like, they could lose. But the thing is,
I was kind of confused, so at the end, after, Crash and the Creeps perform or whatever and have their audition, so they're loading up the car with the instruments, but they're Piranhatrons. They were Piranhatrons, right? Because they were in the clothes.
They had the instruments, right?
And they're Piranhatrons, but then later in the episode, they're actually monsters. And I don't know if, what's his name, scuba diving, just face mask guy, does he create the monsters, or does he call, or are they aliens, and he calls them up and was like, hey, Diva Talk, save some more people?
I think we have seen him do mostly calls now, but at the beginning, he was like, oh, I have a monster for you. Yeah. And, so I don't know anymore if he makes them, if he calls them, if we're just like, who cares? They're just here. Because fuck continuity. You know, I don't know. I don't know. So
I mean, like this whole entire, especially the second half. No, the whole entire Turbo is not necessarily my jam.
Can we just go to space? Can we just like
we ended the episode. In 2 more weeks, we will be wrapping up Turbo. If you want to join us for space in 3 weeks, that is where we'll be starting.
That's true.
I can't wait, especially after meeting Christopher Cayman Lee. He's so nice, man. And like see him as Andros, like it trips me out. Like
it does.
Oh man,
the highlights and everything like that.
Hair.
You're like, what?
And I have no idea. I have no idea what goes down in space. So I am super excited because, like, you as fans, Joe, have told me that space is the season.
I feel it's the best season. Space and the Lost Galaxy. Those two. Forget about it. Those are good seasons. You guys want to talk about it? You guys want to fight me on it? Go ahead and fight me on it. And you can fight me by leaving something in the comments after this episode is done. Don't do it while we're doing the show because I'm not going to pay attention because you don't count. So,
unless you put it in the super chat. Exactly. We will pay attention and we will call it out.
Exactly. I will be like, oh my God, blah, blah, you're right. But if you want to disagree, trust me, do it in the comments. I will show up in the comments and we'll have a conversation. I won't be a dick. I'm not Joe. And we'll talk and, you know, we'll have like a real concourse in the convo, in the comments. Anyway, moving on. Oh my God, we already have a thumbs down. Screw you, thumbs down guy. No. It still counts as a watch, so. I got you. Idiot.
Hey, super chat from the Blur. Maybe a live viewing party, perhaps for In Space. I mean, that makes sense because we can get people. There is a way that we can have community watching events. At least I know on Facebook. Is that for Netflix too? There was something where there's a way that you could watch with other people, and I feel like if we can figure it out, we will definitely try to have that. I think that would actually be pretty fun.
But if not, what we can do,
set up a live tweet schedule for the first season, or for the first episode of Space.
For the first episode of Space, and then everyone can go ahead and time it and watch it at the same time. We can do a live tweet, man. Or what we could do is have. Well, because I think what they want to do and what I think we should do is try to get the actual actors from it to at least sit in. We can have it right here at the glorious Comic Bug in Manhattan Beach, if you guys didn't know where we are. And we can go ahead and have like Sullen Ward and all the other Rangers, and we'll watch one episode here. We'll have an audience, blah, blah.
We are going to try to put something together, especially for Space, because it is such a beloved season. Definitely. We can't promise anything yet, but we are in the works for something. So please stay tuned. If you have a chance, please follow that hashtag show's Instagram and Facebook, Beyond THS hashtaggers. Anything will be announced there, and check out the website too.
We can make it a thing, guys.
Check out all of our things. Yes. Please support us.
Yes. Because trust me, we are trying to make sure we get the word out as much as possible. I know a lot of people loved what we had yesterday going on with the Rangers on the show.
With Christina and Abraham.
Yeah,
they're so amazing and so nice, and they're oh my God, they're so adorable.
I love them so much. And if you guys, Abrams, and if you guys haven't watched it yet, after we're done with this episode, you can go ahead and check out what else we have on YouTube, and you can watch that episode. It was a really good one. He got a lot of good stuff going on, a lot of fan questions answered as well, and great way to be able to answer questions as far as being fans when we do have someone on it is to head on over to our Patreon, right?
Yeah, every month we are actually having our guest Rangers answer your guys' fan questions. If you sign up to be a Silver Ranger on our Patreon page. So if you want to check that out, patreon.com/Cosmic Protectors. We have all kinds of rewards every single month. We have line art. We have like the Q&A with the fan questions.
Yeah.
If we can help us reach our goal for this month, we will have an AMA with some of the cast and voice actors.
It's gonna be a
we are like $12 away from this month's goal. If you could share it out to anyone, we would appreciate any support that you can give. We had our last AMA with the creators and our producers. So with Joe, JD, who came up with the story, and Josh, who is directing and producing everything. So our next AMA will probably be with us that's doing the voices and maybe some of our characters and everything. I don't know how much we'll be able to say, but if we can meet that, we will have that AMA for you guys.
Yeah, so you can find out everything that's happening with Cosmic Protectors just by going to, is it patreon.com/Cosmic
That is absolutely correct.
We did just release some line art for one of the most beloved and well-acted villains
It is true.
And that is for Slugshoe. You guys should check that out. Possibly the best villain you will ever experience when it comes to Power Rangers. You guys have no idea.
And if you're wondering who Slugshoe is, we do have the character design up on our Instagram page, which is Cosmic Protectors. It should also be up on our Facebook page as well, I believe.
Right.
Power Rangers Cosmic Protectors. Make sure to follow and like all of our stuff. So we can get some support.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. But we digress.
Yes. Sorry. Back to the episode. Now, so you didn't like that portion. Is there anything else that did stand out to you? Either positive, negative?
The other thing that I was super confused, other than the Piranhatrons, are Crash and the Creeps, are they Piranhatrons? Are they monsters? Where do they come from? But also, apparently the music, the confusion music was supposed to control the minds of the people who listened to it, but we didn't see any of that. It was a lot of tell not show, which I don't like in any kind of writing or any kind of TV.
One moment we did see it, I think, and it was when it was playing, people were just kind of swaying. They weren't doing anything. It wasn't like...
But it wasn't mind control. I just felt like it was more like distraction.
Yeah, that's all it was.
And Diva Talks didn't utilize that to her benefit to do anything. I thought it was a little bit...
It was like you said, more of tell not show, and that's horrible. It's a horrible tool to use when for any level of exposition when you're writing. So it just really falls flat.
And I do like this episode, so don't get me wrong, but I was a little confused because we had the 5 band members. Yep. Sorry, I can't articulate, and only one of them grew to be a monster that fights our Megazord. Like, what happened to the other
what happened
4?
To the ones, right?
Only the red guy, the main guy, got to be enlarged.
Yeah, and the other ones didn't, and that didn't make any sense to me.
But
he grew. Yeah, he grew. I don't understand why. There are a lot of things that were weird to me, and it's I understand it's due to the Sentai footage.
Yeah, and especially that cut between the American footage and the Sentai footage at one point where it's
so
hey, you guys just randomly followed us here because we're at the beach.
I was like, wait, what? Weren't we all just in the city? How are they here? What is happening?
But I love that cut, and I love that quick explanation of they somehow tracked our movements to here. Okay, now we're in Japanese Sentai footage.
Oh my god! There are so many mistakes that happen on the show, but yet we sit here and we enjoy it. We'll watch it, and we're looking for anything that's kind of out of the ordinary. But the thing that you pointed out was something that still was on my mind when it came to the whole. So wait, are they Piranhatrons or were they? So were the Piranhatrons really? Maybe the best way to answer it: Piranhatrons were roadies.
I guess, but they're wearing the colors of their favorite band member.
Well, no, but when we saw the Piranhatrons, they weren't wearing. They just had.
They just had
and they were putting it into the thing. So maybe that's what they were trying to convey, but it's not what I saw. When I saw it, I was like,
I thought they were the band members transformed into Piranhatrons, which is their original form. But yeah, it's just continuity. But overall, I still thought it was a really fun episode. For those of you guys in the chat, what would you rate this episode?
Definitely, because we're looking to move on to the next one. Because honestly, this episode, for me, there were good, there were bad parts. But for most part, it was kind of entertaining. I enjoyed the music.
I did too. I thought it was pretty catchy. I was down for it, to be honest.
It was an earworm, and it was repetitious. At the same time, when Cassie said it was, and she was like, but I think I'm done with it now. I was like, I'm not done with it yet. And then when they started to play it a little bit more, I was like, okay, now I get it. Okay, I'm good. And I'm done with it. But so, besides that, and just the whole worry about some of the monsters and the numbers and worrying oh my god, how this is going to happen. And then the weirdness that went on from only one monster growing and not the other.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of short, but they were all kind of beaten, but I feel like they didn't explode.
No.
So I thought, and even when they do explode, sometimes they are still able to grow.
It happens all the time.
And I wanted the 5-on-5, and I wanted the individual Zords to match individual monsters or aliens, whatever you want to call them.
I agree.
And I don't know, it's a little bit anticlimactic, and I was a little bit sad that every time the girls have a hobby that they're passionate about, everyone else is like, eh.
Every time.
Yeah, when Ashley's like, I love to design clothes, they're like, that jacket is ugly. And when Cassie comes up with this hot song, they're like, yo, it's really annoying. And I'm like, they can't be a little
my god,
more supportive.
Even when it was yo, I like to work on cars. No, you can't. You're a woman.
Yeah. And it's just
I was
a lot of this stuff, and I'm
whoa, Power Rangers! Why are the women always second-class citizens? Like they're pretty good at what they do on the show, and you guys always put them down, and no one paid attention to it. And I'm glad you brought light to it.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have said
it was weird, but overall it was a fun episode.
It definitely was.
This is one of the better ones, I feel like.
What would you give it?
I was a little too generous last week after thinking about it. So just a little bit of compensation. I'm going to give it a 3.
Oh, she went and stole the numbers
I
back.
did. But honestly, when I was thinking about it, I'm lying. And as I'm talking about it, I'm going to give it a 4. It's one of the better ones. Turbo has been a weak season, so I'm trying to end this on the most positive note that I can. I'm going to give it a 4. Like, the music was really fun. I like the idea. There's a lot of continuity and story things that made 0 sense. But I'm used to that by now because, like, Turbo has been going on for a while.
Yeah, that's very true.
I changed my mind. I'm giving it a 4.
Whoa, not bad. And for me, this episode walked the line pretty well. It didn't fall over to a side that was like, oh my god, I loved it, or a side that I was like, oh my god, I hated it. So just doing that in its own, I'm giving this episode a 3.
All right. So now, those people in the chat, what are they giving it?
So we've got the blur. And this is a good one. The confusion part is now in my head. So 4 out of 5. John Boy 777 gives it a 4.
Nice.
Lara Nubel gives it a 4. Thomas Franco 4.5. Jared Hodges 4. Edward Sanchez Productions gives it a 4. Blackwing gives it a 2.5 out of 5. Mainly because of the footage this episode came from.
Yeah, it was
Layla
kind of difficult. Those
didn't watch it. I was showing out. Oh, that's right. She didn't watch it. She was showing out at Homecoming because it's Sagittarius. It's a Sagittarius thing.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, Homecoming.
She just dressed up for Homecoming. Congratulations to you. You looked great. You looked beautiful. It was amazing. I'm glad you went. And let me see. Anyone else have anything? Oh, Diaz. Daniel Diaz.
What's
my namesake.
up, Daniel Diaz?
Haven't seen the episode. 5 Turbo Blasters out of 5.
All right.
Mikey Perez gives it a 2. So, all right. It seems like it wasn't too bad for everyone.
Yeah,
Mostly 4s, 5s, and then every once in a while we get something that's like, meh, not too great.
I mean, I can't argue with the mad ones. Like, objectively, in the whole scheme of Power Rangers, this does rate as meh. But as far as Turbo, so I bumped it up,
There you go.
But moving on to our second episode, The Accident.
Boy, because there was an accident.
Yeah. So, and I like how we're getting more of the Ranger focus episodes with this particular weeks that we're focusing on. Mm-hmm. So we have a Carlos-centered episode. And I like that. We haven't really seen him since Adam left, and it was like, hey, like, I pick you. The Blur, thank you so much for another super chat. Very true. Even in MMPR, when the girls wanted to petition and the guys all had something to do and they couldn't help. Yeah, I feel like that is a lot of stuff, but I mean, the girls aren't really supporting Carlos on any of this, so I mean, it's pretty easy.
On this one, true. Now, this one was the accident. What happened on this one?
It was the soccer. So we have Owen and we have Carlos trying to vie for team captain, and the coach is kind of like, duke it out, you guys. You guys both have some issues, and I'm going to pick one.
The coach did. He was like, well, yeah, I need a coach, and I'm looking to pick Owen. And he was like, yeah. Or Carlos. Literally what he did was the whole thing that Joker did on Dark Knight, where he had the pool cue.
Oh, yeah.
Put it down and said, good luck. May forever be in your favor or whatever. And just fight off and see who.
Yeah, Hunger Games.
Yeah, right?
All right, tributes. Go forth.
Please, I like to see youth death. That's all he wanted. So it was meh. Owen was a butt, apparently.
100% agree with you, Blackwing. 100% agree. Owen is a butt. You're a dirty-faced liar, and
Wait, I thought he really did get hurt.
No, well, he did. He had a twisted ankle, but he admitted that Carlos didn't actually kick him. He just has weak ankles, and he fell and kicked himself and hurt himself. And he
That's right.
turned, especially since they had been playing soccer forever. I could see if it was an opposing team or something, if there's a rivalry, but they were good friends, and I was like, that is what we call a dick move.
Oh God. So, yeah, you are a huge ultimate. Yeah. I'm sorry, and we're not throwing a pity, but Carlos did. Carlos knows how to throw a pity party when he screws up.
Yeah,
he definitely did, because Carlos was sitting there like, well, I mean, at the part.
He's like, but I didn't do it, but I feel so guilt-ridden. And honestly, I can't talk shit about Carlos, because I would be like that too, where I'm like, I do feel bad, but I didn't do it, and you're a liar, but nobody believes me, and internal conflict and anxiety.
The one part that did trip me out on this episode is when he's in the field after and what's her name is just now she starts to be psychological just like Lord Zed.
Diva talks.
Yes,
yeah.
And she sends those
Piranatrons to be like, you really messed me up.
Everything's done. You're horrible. And he was like, you're right. Maybe I am. And then the Rangers had to show up like, get away. It's not them. And
but
then,
also, how did the Rangers know that the Piranatrons were there? Because like obviously Demetria and Alpha 6 are not paying attention to any of the Rangers. They're no longer informing. They're not looking at the viewing globe. They don't care. They are no longer even mentors. They're just kind of like locked up in the command center and therefore like, plot device, DSS Machina kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Rangers show up and they're like, that's not them. And I'm like, wait, what?
How did you know?
And how the Rangers are already morphed and there's nobody around, so they probably could have just approached normally, but I mean.
And they ran in morphed, and why didn't Carlos morph at all during that scene?
Yeah, I don't. He was just so puzzled by like everything that was going on. He was like, "My internal guilt, and you tricked me. And I can't morph."
But I did hate it after he was like, "Well, look, doing the quitting won't help you or whatever." And he says, "Well, what will?" And I was like, "Dang, that's a good question though."
Yeah.
What is gonna?
Oh man, Black Miguel, it's a trap. It really was. Wait, I think I wrote that down, but it might have been in my notes where I was like,
"It's a trap."
Yeah.
It really was, and I love the fact that it did happen. Because once again, she was like, "All right, I'm trying to really ruin the Rangers, and a best way to do it is to pick them apart and just do something that no one else can fix."
Yeah.
So it was like, "Dang, bravo for finally coming through with something," and continuing with a through line where she's like, okay, I know that I need to be able to match up to the Rangers to beat them. So what does she do?
The Terror Megazord.
Yes.
I like that, and I like the idea, and I like the idea of an evil Megazord that wasn't stolen from the Rangers and just made evil for some random convoluted reason.
Exactly.
I do have a question though. Oh. So in this particular episode, the Piranatrons have their own theme song. Is this the first time that we heard it? Does anyone in the chat know? It's been around and they just haven't used it the last few episodes?
Yeah, they haven't used it in the last few episodes, but they have. And it's just ridiculous. Yes, you are right. Jezzer's favorite character was just walking around writing parking tickets.
I know. Jared Hodges, 100% correct. I heard this mentioned by Joe saying like the Lucentarian is actually kind of a petty dude that's just giving out parking tickets, and I'm like,
useless.
What? This is what you do. You're a supernatural like space being that is here to protect Earth, and you are giving people parking tickets for being this far away from the curb.
You have to remember, he's a time traveling.
Yes.
So also, how did he get the tickets for our time?
He joined the police academy.
Apparently, they just said, "Hey, alien, sure you can be a cop."
Oh, they're like Poke and Soul just randomly left the squad a while ago. Yeah. So we have another opening for kind of a bumbling, useless. We fired 3, so let's hire this one alien that we know nothing about. He loves his job, and he seems to be doing it very well. He's very meticulous about his work, so we can't fault him. He's like, it's too far away from the curb. You're going to have to get a ticket. So, he is lawful good, and I cannot argue with people like that.
Yeah,
I just think, man, we could probably use the Blue Centurion for, I don't know, more important matters. Maybe,
hey,
he's helping cats on the tree, people cross, and giving out tickets. There's really nothing else that he can do. He has his own Megazord. Yeah, he has his own Blue Centurion, giant Megazord.
Oh, that's true, but he is also useless.
He is.
Apparently,
Blue gets wrecked in this episode like no other with a one-on-one with the monster, alien, whatever you want to call it. And he was like, what? He gets wrecked immediately. Blue Centurion keep handing out the tickets.
He just showed up stop, please, no more. And it was just like, they wiped the floor with him, and he was like, I don't know what to do. And the chains were on him, right?
Yeah.
Were the chains on his
wrapped around, and he was just like, I'm incapacitated, I'm sorry.
No, there's nothing. The blur. Plus, the Angel Grove police don't have to pay him or worry about life insurance.
That is true. I feel like
they do have to worry about flies or bugs or bees. They have to worry about bees. When they're bees. They're in my mouth. They're in my mouth. Oh.
I've never seen The Wicker Man, but it's one of those where it's like that is the only important thing that you need to know about that movie.
That's it.
I promise you. I've never seen it, but trust me, all you need to know, bees.
That's it. As long as you remember that, guys, you've watched a pretty good movie. That's it. So anyway, moving back to this episode.
Man, I really want to have an after dark where we just like do impersonations of Nicolas Cage
the whole time.
A, B, C.
Oh my god! Oh well, I did buy the Leaving Las Vegas soundtrack again because I had it originally, got all scratched up. Nicolas Cage sings on there.
Oh.
He sings a song, blasting down the highway in the Batmobile. We squealed in the light. We're going to Paris. Caught between my passport and a root beer float. I turned the car around because he made fun of me, and then it goes into a whole part, and I don't want to ruin it for you guys. You have to hear him sing it.
I hope he just starts screaming out bees.
No, he doesn't, actually. He tries
and I want to superimpose that onto the Blue Centurion when he was dealing with the bees. And I just feel like where he's just screaming like, "Oh, the bees!" But I don't know. We make fun of Blue Centurion, but yes, it is children's.
Toku, if you're watching, get on that as soon as possible. I would love it. Oh my god, or anyone else who knows how, to play around with it, just go ahead and have him there so you can have him screaming bees, bees on the Blue Centurion. That's all I need.
The Blue Centurion, man, I was really excited because I have always seen Jezzer's cosplays as the Blue Centurion.
Good.
And I thought it was so cool. And like, I'm not gonna lie, Jezzer, this guy is kind of weak. I don't know. Maybe in Car Ranger he's like way more awesome and super funny, and he's like.
Maybe.
But my frame of reference is really only Turbo, so thumbs down for him. And he's giving out parking tickets. Like, come on, man.
He's a big blue dope. I'm just not a fan of him. I don't see why he's
He makes me appreciate Ninjor. Do you know how hard that is?
Flying Cloud, which later is something that's big in Dragon Ball. Well, I guess they probably took it from Dragon. Or no, it was before Dragon Ball, right? I think it was after Dragon. I don't know. Anyway, he had a flying cloud. He's a genie. He looks like a cool ninja. He has a sword. Versus, here goes this big blue dope that writes tickets.
And has bees inside of him.
Bees in it. Oh my god. It's like, oh. And I'm from the future to give you this message. So you gave me the message. Go back to the future. No, just hang around.
Yeah.
But I think he did it actually because, this is what I think. I think he was not welcome in his time, and they were trying to figure out a way to fire him. He figures out that he can go back and give people a message. So, Signal Man goes back and gives them a message, and when he gives them the message, after that, they're like, oh, thanks, man, well, I guess you can go back. And he's like, yeah, oh, there's so many things that you guys need here. I'm going to help you guys tickets, and who else is going to wear this jacket when there's a problem and fight with their sword? I'm going to stay here and make sure that everything is okay because I had to give you that millennial message. But in reality, thinking in his head, if I go back, they're going to dismantle me. Think about that.
Oh. I mean...
You're welcome, guys. I just ruined your childhood.
Honestly, we could probably write that into a comic as like a side series of like the Blue Centurion. What is he doing? Because he's definitely He's definitely having that flatting situation with Ninjor. I don't know what he's doing, but I'm pretty sure Ninjor's on the other block giving out tickets too. Hasn't been up to much.
Why do you have to talk about Ninjor like that? He's sleeping in his lamp, right?
Yeah, or whatever he comes from.
I don't know.
Nobody knows.
A cave, a lamp. It's so confusing also.
But yeah, this episode was kind of okay. And at the end, Carlos is like, I quit. And the other guy, and Owen confesses, like, you didn't actually quit me. He's like, just kidding, I'm going to go rejoin. Even though I already told everyone I quit, I'm pretty sure they still have a spot for me.
God.
I like juking that other guy around who was like, yeah, he's team captain now. And he's like, but now I'm back. I don't know. It's kind of like a weird thing for Carlos to do with no real explanation, but...
Honestly, I feel Carlos did nothing wrong. And it's not fair that they all kind of ganged up on Carlos. And, you're
well, he had his two other guys being like, we saw it. Like, you didn't do that, man. And,
so, I mean, yeah.
And even Owen actually had to confess. So I thought it would be really good for Owen to confess and the other two guys to be like, what? Like, we totally believed you, Owen. And the other guys to also apologize because, there's like a little bit more, like an extra minute in there of these things would have wrapped it up a lot better for me.
I agree. I think
what do you guys in the chat rate this particular episode? I'm still kind of on the fence about it. There are things that I enjoyed, but there's a lot of things where I was like,
I can let this go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The Blue Centurion giving out parking tickets was my absolute highlight in this episode.
It was.
It was super funny. Like when Jezra wears that cosplay again, I hope he just goes around like ticketing people to be like,
"Oh, that'd be so dope!" Like give him a little pad. And he's like, "Oh no."
Yep.
There you go. And what is this? You've got a ticket.
Hey, Josh Goldman is in the chat. He is our normal producer on this show. If you get a chance, wish him luck and hope that he doesn't catch on fire because he is in Santa Rosa right now.
That's right. Apparently, people are spontaneously combusting there.
Yeah,
so
it's super dangerous. Like the electricity has been shut off in like the majority of places, and there's like a lot of zones that are being evacuated right now. So let us hope that Josh Goldman does not catch on fire, and so he comes back to it.
Well.
Well, then Magnum can still take over.
I mean, yeah, Magnum's
he's rooting against Josh.
Magnum's kind of happy to keep the job right now, so he's like, okay, well, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. He doesn't need to really come back. And hey, I mean, I get it, but I love Josh and I do miss him. So yeah, wish him good luck while he's out there working hard, guys, and making sure that you guys understand that guy Fieti. Is it
Fury?
No. Actually, that's wrong. I was watching this Hot Ones episode, and he's Fieri. It's Fieri. He will correct you if you say Fieri.
Okay, I'm like super American white, and like I can't roll my tongue like that. Like even say like,
right. But they say instead of doing the roll, just make it a T instead of Fieri. So Fieri.
Fieri?
Yeah, instead of say it that way, he'll still take it. Josh, go ahead and call him the wrong name and see if it works. Like, see if he'll be like, whoa, I'm sorry, it's not Fieri, it's Fieri. And see how many times he can do it until he says, you gotta leave. That'll be fun. No.
Call him Ferrari.
Ferrari.
Yeah.
He's like, I am the Ferrari of chefs. Josh, that's what Josh will get into a fight. And he's like, you're not a chef. It becomes the problem.
Oh gosh, don't do that.
Yeah, exactly. Don't do that. I'm sorry, Josh. But what was your rating of the episode?
Honestly, it was a little lackluster. I don't feel like I learned anything more about Carlos than I did previously. I don't think it developed him, and I thought that was the intention of this episode. As we said, Owen is a sack of dicks, and but because I really like the Blue Centurion giving out petty tickets, it boosted it up from a 1 to a 3.
Oh!
This episode gets a 3 from me because that Blue Centurion, like, man, I really like knowing what he's up to in between, like, the time, like, because he doesn't even show up for the majority of the fights. Like, he's not there. So, like, as, like, monsters are destroying the city and the, like, Megazord is there, he's like, gotta give these tickets out. You know, and I'm like, he was like, oh, man.
Oh, no. Like, if I can finish this and get my quota.
He, like, pushes up the leg and he's like, I gotta write these tickets. This guy deserves a ticket. Our city needs money to rebuild, and I'm doing my part to make sure this happens. So, you know, he is contributing to Angel Grove Society, and because of that, he gets 3. No one else.
Oh, my God. I love what you just said. Every bit of it was so good because imagine that's exactly what his thought process is. Like, you gotta go ahead and do this. If I don't do this, the city's gonna die. All right, make sure I'll take care of this right now. All right, oh God, no, the building's falling. Watch out, old lady, let me write this ticket. Like, it's just like, and that's it. They're just like, no, please. Like the building's falling on my car. Not until I get this ticket. And you're like, God damn you.
And like, also your windshield is now cracked, so you get a fix-it ticket in addition to the ticket.
Oh my God.
He is definitely like by the rule book. You can tell.
This building has now crushed my dog. Well, that's a ticket too. You gotta clean that up.
Yeah.
Like,
pick up after your own dog.
You didn't have a license.
Yeah. I don't see a license on this dead dog, man. I don't give a beaver's damn what you say about that, sir. You can say that on kids' TV shows. I just thought about that. You can say, I don't give a beaver's damn. And it works. So that's what I'm going to start saying now.
All right. I like that. We can incorporate that. We are children funny minus all the times that I've said dick and fucking shit.
That's true.
Sorry,
dick,
I'll try to cut that.
are great words to say. Remember, kids, they're great words never to say
please
in front of anyone. Never say them. Only say them with your friends. Now, moving on, let's see what you guys thought.
Wait. Okay, so we have Jared Hodges who gives it a 2. We have John Boy 777 who gives it a 3. Edward Sanchez Productions gives it a 4. Larry Newbill gives it a 3. Layla Nolan.
I'm sorry.
My fault. We're going too fast.
My fault.
Layla Nolan says pray for Josh.
What the heck?
Wait, where did this all come from?
Yeah,
Matt,
what?
We gotta go up. We gotta go up.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm working.
Oh yeah. Oh, she's recovering from Homecoming out of 5, so she didn't watch this episode, but that's fine. Glad you went to Homecoming. Matthew Thompson, I'm just joking with you, Josh, and Charles, 3 out of 5. Josh Goldman gives it a 3 dirty air filters out of 5. Those air filters just turned like super black with all the soot that's in the air. Matthew Thompson, 3 out of 5. Parking tickets. Blackwing, 2.5 out of 5, mainly for parking tickets. And Owen is a butt. He is definitely a butt. And the Blur, 3.5. The 0.5 is for the humor you guys made about the Blue Centurion, out of 5. Yeah, so what is your rating for this particular episode?
Honestly, for this episode, if I had to give it anything, it's getting a 2. Nothing really happened on the episode that I expected to happen. I expected to see more character development. There wasn't any. Even though this was a character-centric episode, we didn't focus on the character. We focused on his problem and how it made him as well as everyone else feel. But we didn't get the focus on the character. What's the point of doing that then? Yeah. You guys dropped the ball. You get a 2. It's
true. I don't feel any more empathetic or close to Carlos
at all.
I mean, Cassie's was a little bit better. I like. We already have Ashley. We had a couple of Ashley episodes, so I like her. And my question is, okay, so we've had Ashley episodes. We had Justin from the previous cast and everything, so that already counts. And then so we have Carlos. We kind of know a little bit what's going on. Who is TJ? What is his story? What's going on? He was in this bus and coming to Angel Grove, and he is the leader of the team, and absolutely has 0 character. So coming into the next episode, I can't wait to talk about how TJ is not even the main. We go back to Cassie.
Exactly.
Into a weird kind of bestiality, kind of awkward moment.
Weird.
Like, it was weird. We're gonna talk the least amount of time on this because
there's not too much to really go over. Cassie has a dog, and here comes a monster that has goop, apparently, and he's like gooping up everything.
And turns Jackson, I forget what his name.
Jetson into a human.
A naked boy human.
I did love that. I actually loved it because the thing is, it was like I thought they were gonna do a whole Power Ranger thing where it's like, oh, and I'm just human with clothes on. But what they did, they still made him naked so he can just steal random set
clothes, and then also knows how to read, and also knows how to talk, and knows what like parents, and can make up stories. And
he's a golden retriever. So
he's a golden retriever. They are smart.
So
they are very smart.
He did retrieve
That's right. They are very smart.
But like he can speak, and like obviously, like he kind of saw what Cassie and like these aliens. I'm pretty sure he could have just been like, "Yo, Cassie, I'm your dog.
Yeah, like,
I don't know why I'm a human. Can you
Cassie,
fix this?"
I clearly got turned in right in front of you. You saw him drop some goop on me and then me fall down the hill. P.S. I'm a human now. Also, you're a really bad owner because you just kind of walked away because you didn't see me. You didn't look. You didn't look downhill. You said, "Oh no, I don't see him," and walked away. You didn't say, "Let me do something."
She didn't try to go to the bottom of that cliff.
Nah. She was like, "Oh no. Well, guess he's gone now."
But also, immediately I would have been like, "Yo, Alpha 6, you haven't been doing shit for at least the last 10 episodes. Can you see if my dog is anywhere in this area? Like, I mean, you're not really doing much. Or, hey, Blue Centurion, can you find a lost dog?
Missing person.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, missing dog. It's Angel Grove. You'll do it because there's nothing else to do.
Yeah.
You know, you have a case today. Go find my missing dog. No, he's busy. Those tickets will not write themselves.
I mean, it's true. And, I don't know. It's
oh my god!
And like Judson in human form is like sniffing dogs and scratching himself, and like it made me uncomfortable.
Dog.
I know it's supposed to be really funny, and it probably would have been funny to me as a kid, but as an adult, I'm like I just feel weird inside, and like I feel like there was a couple moments where there was like a little bit of sexual tension between Cassie and her new best friend.
Oh my god, when they were sitting on the bench when he was just a dog, she was like, "I wish you were a person."
Yeah.
And she was leaning in, and I was like, "Is she about to make out with the actual dog? Is she about to fuck a dog? Is she about to fuck a dog?"
This is not like Cartagena.
I was like, this is not the show we're supposed to be watching. I think I'm watching the wrong Power Ranger episode. What is happening on Netflix? Like, it did scare me for a moment.
He was a person, and like I don't know, he could read, and like I like that the dog also knows that he can feel shame, which is why he got clothes in the first place. He was like, "Oh, shame in my nakedness." So I feel like that dog now needs to have clothes if it ever comes back up.
I think now the dog, there's a lot that needs to happen. The dog's gonna need to sit down with a counselor for a while because it's gonna through some weird level of PTSD, being human back to dog and realizing
able to, like,
there's life is better. Yeah, like, oh my God, life is so much better than human, but I really don't have to do much with the dog. And it's just a lot. And then, you know, see, look at that love that she is giving him right there, that moment. She's like, Jetson, I swear, I wish you were a man, Jetson. And Jetson's like, yeah, baby, me too. And then finally, when he does become a human, he's like, I'm too shy. I can't tell her my feelings.
And I also have dog paws on my human body.
Oh, yeah, that was so weird.
Can't shake your hands because I got paws, and instead of just running away and becoming a dog or telling Cassie that, like, hey, I was your dog, and you know,
I also saw you. I know you're a Power Ranger.
Consent now that I have a voice, and you know. So
yeah, now we can get something going. You know, let's enjoy this real quick or something. None of that happened. Jetson also had the problem where he was like you said, the hands turned back into paws. It was like, oh no, but he could have just said, hey, you're a Power Ranger. Now that we know that that's happening and that's already weird, guess what happened? Please help me. That's all.
I got dog paws. Dog paws on my human body.
I hated the villain. I hated the monster, the goopster or whatever. I don't even know his name. I'm just calling him the goopster, and that's how it's going to be.
Mr. Goopster.
Mr. Goopster? Okay, there you go. Mr. Goopster. I hated him. He looks really weird. That head is huge, and it's just a stuff of nightmare.
He looks like he has a nutsack for a chin.
He does look like he has a nutsack for a chin, you know? And then the whole head was just a phallus, right? I was like, oh, that's what I'm looking at. I just didn't want to say it, but yes, that's why I was feeling really weird about him the whole time. And then his innuendo about the goop. Oh, watch out, goop's getting on you. You look at that goop. It's on you. Ooh, getting goop on everything. And I was like, why do you keep saying this stuff? This is dirty, man. Stop it. And he's like, goop, goop, goop. And I'm like, all right, man. I need him to die like as soon as possible. And then he sprays the goop on the other sword. And it gets on the sword's face. And then immediately he's like, oh no, I got sprayed with your goop. And then it turns into a camel. I swear to God, I'm not high, and that's the scary thing. I didn't make this up. I didn't smoke yet.
These are all true facts.
And that's the problem with this episode. Describing it to anyone, they're like, "Dano, how much you smoked?" I'm like, "Nothing." And it's just like, here it is. The goop is on this thing, and oh no, it's a camel sword. I'm like, out of all the things they could choose. I mean, think about it. A producer had to be like, all right, let's bring in a camel for this shot. Let's get an animal wrangler and blah, blah, blah. Bring in a camel and put the guy in the suit on a camel just for this shot. Because it doesn't happen. Nothing else happens. He just, oh, no, it's a camel. Hope it doesn't spit. Oh, and then he says, it's going to be gooey on me. And I was like, what are they oh, God.
But also?
All laughter.
Okay, so, like the monster of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Turns things into other random. Oh, before I finish my thought, thank you so much, Larry Newbill, for this super chat. Look at like broke-ass nutcracker.
It's true.
Yeah. He actually does, because he does have the shoulders, and it does look like his jaw unhinges to crack some nuts. You're not wrong.
What kind of nuts?
All kinds.
Yeah,
all kinds.
It takes all kinds. It takes all kinds. It takes all comers are welcome.
Yeah. This is definitely we try to be family friendly, but obviously sometimes we go off the rails. We're gonna tell it like we see it.
Sorry guys,
and we can't unsee certain things in this episode.
Hate to see it.
Yeah.
Hate to see it. It's one of my favorite phrases. Hate to see it.
According to the fandom website, this episode has been ripped apart by critics and is widely considered one of the worst episodes in the franchise, with the main issue many point to being how creepy Jethro acts.
Yeah, Jethro the dog is weird. There was definitely, I don't know, it was kind of like weird bestiality moments, and I am not a fan of any of that.
We always say nope. That ancestor, no two.
Yeah, can't do. Acting was weird. I get it. It was supposed to be comical and funny and really weird innuendos, in my opinion, and character design was weird. But also, so Divatox gets this monster, and like I don't know what she wanted to accomplish with turning things into random animals that you don't even control what animal it is. Like I could see be like make a legion of like elephants and stampede like Angel Grove, or like tigers and eat everybody, or like whatever the case may be. But like what was a mouse? And
apparently he says it's random. Like it's I don't know.
My
goo gets on things and things change.
Because like we're gonna make like the shelter shelters like be overcrowded and somehow that's going to bring down Angel Grove. Like there was no thinking behind it. This episode was absolutely terrible in my opinion. And if you think this episode is amazing, please tell me why. I am super curious for the people that loved it. Put your rating in the chat.
Definitely.
What would you rate this episode?
Yeah, let us know exactly what you guys thought about this episode, because as we're sharing it with you, we are enjoying sharing it with you and telling you what we think about it.
This is the only catharsis that I have for having to watch this particular season.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us in the chat every week with your super chats, because there is so much weird stuff going on. Like,
oh man, that's what I said.
You guys are the only ones that understand. If I try to explain this to anyone else that has never seen Power Rangers, they'll be like, "What the f is going on?"
Like I told you immediately, I can't tell people about it. Like I can't visit my mom and be like, "Oh yeah, I had to watch this episode." Blah blah. Oh my boy, why are you smoking marijuana? Oh no, please.
But even Layla Nolan, who does not even smoke, who will not even smoke, she's like, she's like, I gotta consider it.
She's like, I don't smoke, but I might want to watch this episode high, and I agree. Take the time, guys.
Yeah,
because it's really fun when you do watch it high, and I'm going to later. So, but it's something you should do because it was.
No, you should not smoke.
No, we can't. No, we're not.
We cannot endorse that on this particular.
I thought maybe
it's legal.
It's legal. I mean,
if you are 18, no, it's 21. If you are 21 and older, it might make this episode a little bit better, but also your life could just be enhanced for not watching it.
Yeah, I mean, it's true.
We put the best graphics that we had on there. You saw what the monster looked like. You know, it's like goo goo everywhere. Here we go.
Yeah, he was. He literally did. I swear, I thought he was like.
He did the shake and like.
He was going everywhere with that goop everywhere.
100% not appropriate. I would not show this episode to my kids. It would go over their heads, but I would feel uncomfortable watching it with them.
The goop flies everywhere. It could fly over their heads.
On the face of the Megazord, man.
On the face. It was like.
That was disrespectful. That was disrespectful in my opinion.
Once it hit him in the face, I was like, oh, he's gone. He's gone. Because that's, nope. Trust me, no one likes when it hits the face. No one does.
But we have Thomas Franco, who gave it a 4. That is a high rating, my friend. And we have Larry Newbell, who gave it a 0. Jared Hodges, who gave it a 0. Edward Sanchez Productions, who gave it a 4. John Boyce gave it a 2. The Blur, -1. I. Charles, -5. Mikey Perez is a 0. And Layla Nolan, Homecoming got me sick out of 5. I hope you feel better, girl.
Blackwing, negative like 1,000,000 over 5. I'm done with this season, even though I love the second team.
I can't wait for Space because I hope I love this second team as much as everybody else. And the Blur, thank you so much for this super chat. A special retro bad episodes while high.
It's actually a good idea. Maybe one day.
Maybe one of these after dark. It definitely won't be on our regular scheduled program. It'll definitely be after dark. And we have to wrap this up, but what was your rating of this particular episode?
My rating for this episode, you guys already heard it the way I was going over it. It's definitely a 0. Forget about it. Don't watch the episode.
Yeah, this is definitely disrespectful out of 5. I cannot condone anything that happened on this. There was no consent. So with that said, we will be having Star Wars and wrestling on our Facebook. If you want to go over to Facebook, make sure to watch those shows. There's a lot of news, a lot of fun.
Woo! So much happened. You guys cannot wait. Trust me. Oh my God. When it comes to Star Wars and wrestling right now, so much has happened.
Especially
you guys
with Disney Plus coming out, it's going to be a really fun show to make sure to tune in for that.
Get caught up. This is going to be huge.
And other than that, you need to like, comment, share, and subscribe to
keep up to date with everything trending
in geek pop culture. Bye, guys.
That's your boy.
Don't be disrespectful.